Hey y'all, Yojo here, and I want to do a really quick review on an app called Bottled. It is a mobile app for Android and I do believe iOS, or as some of you like to call it, Apple. And it is an app with the intent of making international connection. It is an international social app. The premise is that you are stranded on a deserted island, which you can purchase different types of deserted islands, and they're super cute, and they have a day and night mode. And you put messages in a bottle, and then you fling those bottles out into the internet ocean. You can send one individual bottle, you can send 8 bottles with what they have called an octopus, and you can send 50 bottles with what they have called a kraken. There are a few little items that are for one-time purchase and multiple purchases that you can buy with in-app currency or real money. Some of them exclusively real money. So the goods of this app is seeing if you can make a connection with someone that lives in a different place, because that's like the point of the app. The bad of this app is that 90% of the people on it are garbage. I don't know why that is. I don't know how it got that way. But in my interactions with people on the app, and I'm saying this after months of using it, there are a lot of people that they don't type in their native language. They type in English. And a lot of people that want to learn English, but they can't type anything that actually is enough for a conversation. So they're getting on there to learn, and they don't know English conversationally, but they insist on trying to speak it, so you're not even getting the full range of this person's intelligence and interests, because they're speaking the baby version, or typing a babyish version of English. So the initial bottles do have a translator. So you can translate messages from the bottles that you'll pick up out of your inbox or out of your part of the ocean. And this is all in full theme. I'm explaining this in the full theme that the app is set up in. I think it's super cute because I love theme stuff. But you cannot translate the chats when you open the bottles. The chat opens up. It's not like Empathy Bottle where you only send one thing, and you can't chat with the people. And Empathy Bottle also has a theme to it. I'm trying to figure out my light here. Okay, there we go. It does open up for full-on conversations and sending pictures, which I think is a yeah, that's a real cash only feature. And a lot of the okay, so let me not get ahead of myself. They do have 3 genders listed: woman, man, and non-binary, which I do appreciate. But if you have your profile set on woman, you will get flooded with a lot of bottles, mostly from men. If you have yours set to man, you won't get that many bottles. And then if you have it set on non-binary, you will probably get 2 bottles a week. Maybe 2 bottles a week, because the ones that are on non-binary, the way that it was explained to me, the system is supposed to be set up that if people aren't filtering man or woman, the bottles are supposed to come to non-binary people as well. So a lot of people have filters. So anyone who has a filter, you will not get that bottle if your profile is set on non-binary. But there's an immediate difference if you go in with your profile on non-binary and then switch it to man or woman. Your inbox will suddenly be flooded. Now, for man, that won't last very long. But for woman, you'll get flooded every day. It used to be a lot worse than it is now, because the app used to just be they didn't have it set to the ocean section of the screen, so it would just be your full screen with long lists of bottles listed files. But now they have it contained in the ocean part of the screen, which is the lower part of the screen, which cuts down how many you get per day because they have sectioned into that one spot, and reasonably a limiter comes with that so it doesn't get flooded. But yeah, that's a thing that used to happen. And a lot of them are really inappropriate men. Not to say that there aren't inappropriate women, but most of them, as somebody with their profile that was set on non-binary and then set on female, really inappropriate men. And I find that there aren't a whole lot of women on the app, or I'm not getting a whole lot of their bottles. And then the few women that I do get, a lot of them have their settings on not sending their bottles to men because of that thing that I had. And then like some people have also blocked certain countries because of those certain type of men. I talked to one person who has India blocked for that specific reason. Now we all know that India is a beautiful country with beautiful people, and the people that are on these apps and the people that are running these telemarketing scams are not a representation of India. It's a huge country, diverse, full of different kinds of people. But the people in certain areas when it comes to these apps are absolutely gross. And it's not just India, it's America too. So for the app itself, it's a great app. It's super cute. Just for itself and its function, I suggest it. But the quality of the users is terrible. I cannot suggest it for that. I would suggest using interpals.net. Not really the same. I mean, it's the same like international connection, but of course it's not themed with like the ocean or anything, and it's really bland. Looks like it hasn't been updated since 2007 or whenever it was made, but it gets the job done. And you can talk to whomever you want. You don't have an algorithm in your way of where your messages go. You can contact people and search by country, unlike Bottled, where they do have a function where a compass, where you can send a bottle to a specific place, but as far as the bottles that you'll get or where your bottles will go on their own, an algorithm is in the way of that. So that's also one reason why I would not suggest Bottled. And also Interpals is completely free. They don't have any, the only paid thing that they have is getting rid of ads. But you don't have to pay to see people's profile pictures. You don't have to pay to send picture files and stuff like that. So I suggest Interpals over Bottled. And that is my review of the Bottled app. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry I haven't figured out my light yet. And I'll see y'all later. Take care of yourselves and each other, and have a good night.